Um, just to remind people why we're all here. Yes, I forgot to remind you. Poets are not just competing for fame or glory, they're competing for fortune in the form of cold hard cash. We have $200 in cash prizes to give out tonight. Who will get this? I have no idea. We will see after the next few poets, because on deck we have Fetty. But coming up to the stage, give maximum love for Isabel.
I can't even decide what the fuck I want to recite. Oh my god. Pick a number, 1 or 2. Motherfucker. Listen carefully, only say it once. See, you won't even listen fully, but I won't repeat, because words and actions and gifts and pain don't make a difference to ears and eyes that turn away. Play the blame game and choose every excuse to deflect guilt. Your love was once as soft as silk, but now you have no problem crushing every time everything we built. I'm stuck as a slave, contemplating your games in Plato's cave. Is your shadow the proof of love you've left behind, or your absence altogether the sign that I'll always be chasing a shadow of once was? What dreams was promised until we lost touch. I know I betrayed your heart, but you left my soul and body limping on a crutch. Of faith that we'd stay together when you had already ran. Of being far off in front but behind my back every time I reached for your hand. Your heart didn't conflict, but your addiction to their dick didn't deflect your dissent. Your lies and disloyalty, yet your love to play coy to me. I don't want your words, I want your rage, because at least that stays true to me. Just give me my friend.
All right, give it up one last time for Isabel. And we need your scores, judges. I have 2 scores, 3 scores, 4 scores, and 7 poets to go. 5 scores. So we are starting from a low of a 7.0, goes up to a 7.2, a 7.3, a 7.6, and an 8.0. Give it up for the poet. All right, we got 2 more poets left, and then we see who this money, because on deck we got Reggie. But coming up to the stage, give maximum love for Fetty.
A lot of slams, you start getting timed as soon as you say a word, so that's why I was short in the beginning. That piece was called Timmy Trippin', so you can find it on iTunes if you're interested in it. Thought it was funny or informative. This piece is called Sorry Mama. This is the hardest poem I've ever written. I've written over 1,000 poems. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. I'm sorry, Mama. Forgive me for the pain and the tears. I've been running and chasing demons, been changing for years. I'm sorry, I didn't apologize enough. I thought you was wrong, I wasn't wise or tough. I'm sorry, Mama. Sorry for the rejection and fear. I was scared of raindrops, I shed so many tears. I'm sorry for all the drama, all the bad karma, the dreads and the trauma when I switched to the Dalai Lama. I'm sorry, Mama. I gave it all I had in this life. Sorry about going away and the way I married my wife. I'm sorry, Mama, for all the times I changed or switched. I didn't want to abort the baby, that was that bitch, and I'm sorry for all the things I tried to destroy. Slapping that girl and fighting them boys. I'm sorry, Mama, for all the times I stepped on a nail. I knew I would be trouble and I knew you could tell. I'm sorry for all the regret and the grit, for watching my daddy beat you and not doing shit, and I'm sorry for that one time that I did. We all would've went to jail if that nigga got killed, so I'm sorry. I just been trying to do right. Never did the brown, never the white. I'm sorry, Mama, for when I started drinking at 12. That was a relapse. I drank at 4 as well. I'm sorry, I never told you. Sorry, I let you guess. Sorry, I tried to scold you. I was talking to myself. Now I'm sorry. I just never knew what regular was. Fucking by 5, by 10, up in the club. I'm sorry, Mama. Nobody told me how to love. I got game from older cousins and listening to thugs, and I'm sorry for not praying enough, for not reading. I wanted to be the preacher. I didn't want to be the deacon. I'm sorry for always leading and running with them heathens. I should have got a job, learned to be a street sweeper. I'm sorry. It took me too long, but now that I know, everybody gonna watch, even if it's a shit show. I'm sorry, Mama.
All right, give it up one more time for Fetty. Judges, I need your scores. All right. We are starting from a low of a 7.1. Goes up to a 7.9, an 8.2, an 8.4, and a 10. Give it up for the Poets. All right, we made it, y'all. Because on deck, we have finding out who wins this money and going the hell home. But coming up to the stage, give maximum love to your last performer of the night. Give it up for Reggie! God reinvents the gold chain circa 2019. Night, before bed, a nigga in the hood got down on his knees and prayed to me for a noose that would look pretty against the black of his neck before the night swallowed him into a sleep so deep I could barely tell he was breathing. Afterwards, I melted down the stars until I could work them into the tiniest ovals, hammered a galaxy's worth together until each ringlet became a prayer that unraveled itself into an infinity of hands, grasping another infinity of hands until they both became. A chain is a flexible series of interconnected metal links used for fastening and securing objects, and gold is a precious metal so shiny I've watched niggas kill each other just to see whose blood will look prettier because of it. Truth be told, every star in the night sky is the ghost of a black boy who called out to me and got exactly the death he was looking for. So every chain in the hood got a Bible's worth of prayer, a litany of dead names holding hands until they become a Mobius of suns, fastening a black boy earthbound. Don't you dare ask me to call you home in the dead of night when I can give you all that shines in the dark blue sky, boy. There are days where your ass glows sunlight yellow, where you smile supernova hot. To braid that kind of flaming joy into a slipknot death, I can make the cool metal of a chain link fence feel more comfortable against your skin than any twisted cord. So let me sing into your ear while you sleep. Let me give you a sunrise hymn. And if you must be drenched in blood, let it pour from my own veins. Let me give you a gold chain around your neck, each ringlet, an infinity of hope, another infinity of hope, until they both become a bigger prayer of please, stay alive, please, stay alive, please, stay. And when the morning comes, and you get to look at yourself in the mirror, in celestial light dripping and fly as fuck, when they ask you what exactly happened here, you tell them that you found God in the light of a golden pendant reflected in the warmth of your own body. You tell them that God is out here giving out ropes to something that a nigga ain't even got to choke on. All right, give it up one more time for Reggie. Judges, I need your scoreboards. I need your scores. I got 3 scores. All right, we are starting from a low of a 7.5, goes up to an 8.8, a 9.0, a 10, and another 10. Give it up for the Poet.